Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes po, Doc.
So first and foremost, welcome back, and I hope you were already done with your data collection for your research project. Uh, Again, this will be an informal lecture. If you have any questions or if you have any concerns, feel free to just unmute and state your questions. So I disabled the video because it is obstructing my view of the slide. So I will not be able to see you if you're going to raise your hands. So if you have any questions, again, just unmute and state your questions. Okay. So for this afternoon, we will just have an orientation regarding the course research projects 2 and presentation. Our lecture proper will start next meeting, so next Tuesday. Okay. So for the orientation of the course, the mission vision of UERM to be a bastion of quality education, service, and research in health sciences, advancing health empowerment towards nation building. And for its mission, you will see that it also has some statement regarding research. So both the mission and vision statement of UERM is all about research. So that's why you entered College of Medicine of UERM. We strive for you to become a five-star physician. And as a five-star physician, one of the stars corresponds to being a researcher. So the UERM graduates are well known to be well versed in research. And if you are a UERM graduate, it is expected that during your residency training period, then you will also excel in research and top the different research forums if you are a UERM graduate. So as lifelong learners, throughout your career, as a medical graduate, you will be involved in research through consumption of research products and users or through the actual conduct of actual research studies. Especially during residency, you will have 2 to 3 research that you are going to conduct. UERM College of Medicine boasts of the only college of medicine in the Philippines that has 4 semesters of research. And you are now finished with research methods, epidemiology and research methods 1, research methods 2, research projects and presentation. And now, on your third year, you will have your research projects 2 and presentation. Okay, so you will present the results of your data collection. And on your third year again and your fourth year, even during clerkship, all the hardships that you have encountered for the 4 semesters of research, you can now make use of them during your clerkship and latter part of your third year when you present your research in local and international forums. So course objective, at the end of the semester, the student shall be able to satisfactorily implement an epidemiological research study, present findings of your research undertaking in a formal scientific forum, and write a technical research paper for possible publication in a peer-reviewed journal. So we want all of your research to be published in a peer-reviewed journal. Aside from that, siguro fourth, pero not for all, the fourth course objective is for you to be able to present your research in local and international fora. Course coordinators, the overall course coordinators, Dr. Ayla. Dr. Ayla, are you here?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon po. Hello.
So Dr. Ayla will be the overall course coordinator. hanggang sa comment on the second sem. So if you have any problems, if you have any issues, you can contact Dr. Ayla. She will be ably assisted by Dr. Penny and Dr. Cookie. They're also here. I think Dr. Cookie, andito ikaw, di ba?
Hi, sir. Anyari sa iyo?
Ayan, bigla nagkaroon ng Korean. Dr. Penny is here ba? Wala. Wala yata si Doc Penny. Parang hindi ko siya nakita. So course schedule for research projects 2 and presentation. Ayan. So today we have yung overview of research projects and presentation. Next week, we will have a lecture by Dr. Adversario on a review of biostatistics and data analysis. This is to help you with the data analysis for your research paper. And on July 29, Dr. Tolosa will give a lecture on how to write the research paper. On August 5, I will give you an orientation of what will happen on the annual research forum. August 12 and August 19, you will have your consultation with your research advisors or ISP. First long exam period, we have no exam. September 2, Dr. Javier will give you a lecture on how to present your research, both poster and oral presentation. And September 9, Dr. Garcia will give you a lecture on critical appraiser of literature for diagnosis. And September 23, Dr. Ayla, critical appraiser of literature for therapy and prevention. Then we will have our research forum on October 25, November 8, and November 15. So please take note that these dates are Saturdays. Okay, so your research forum will be on a Saturday para hindi ma-hamper yung research presentation nyo ng iba pang mga subjects. Okay, ng ibang subjects ng third year. Okay. So you have to come in sa UERM on a Saturday. And because we have a lot of research to be presented, then we will have one whole day per section. Okay, kaya 3 araw siya kasi 3 section din. So one whole day from 8 to 5 kayo for the research forum. Okay? Submission of final paper will be October 21 and November for October 20 for October 21 and November for presenters, sorry, for October 25 and November 8 presenters, December 7 yung submission. And November 18 will be the submission for the October 25 and November 8 presenters. And December 7 will be the submission for those who presented on this November 15. Yan. And third long and final exam, again, we have no exams. So again, research forum will be on October 25, November 8, and November 15. So now, how do you want to settle the schedule? Kayo na lang ba ang mag-a-assign sa sarili nyo? Sino ang October 25, November 8, and November 15? Or do you want us to have a ano yun? Roulette? Roulette ba yun? Wheel of Fortune? Anong gusto nyo? Kayo mag-assign o mag-Wheel of Fortune na lang tayo today? Hello guys, are you still there? Nakatulog na kayo? Hello guys.
Sir, I think they're surrendering their fate to the wheel of fortune na lang. Walang sumasagot eh.
Oo nga, anong sasalita? Wheel na lang po. Sige, so gawa tayo ng Wheel of Fortune. Stop share ko muna, then gawa ko ng Wheel of Fortune. Paano nga ba gumawa nun? Okay. Wheel. Random. Ayan. Yeah. Okay? So this will be the Wheel of Fortune. So yung first na spin will be for November, October, ano yung una? October 25. Okay. Doc, pwede po mag-volunteer for November 15? No, kasi yun ang pinakamagandang date eh, tapos volunteer kayo doon. Pwede mag-volunteer for October 25, but not for November 15. Okay. So, yung first na lalabas will be the one who will present, the section who will present for October 25. Tama ba? October 25. Okay? Okay. So, section C will be on October 25. Yeah. Lagyan na natin. Okay. Next. So, for November 8, malapit na. Okay. November 8 will be section A. And November 15 will be section C, B. Okay? Stop share. Share ko ulit. Saan ako? Perfect. Okay? Okay, so the schedule B, section C on October 25, section A on November 8, and section B on November 15. Okay?
Sir,
Sorry.
Sorry. yung time po pala ng research forum, it's 8 to 5 po for the Saturdays, for the 3
Full day tayo,
Saturdays.
sir. This,
Yes, 8 to 5 nga. Ay, oo nga, sorry.
naka-half day lang po.
Teka. Anuhin natin. Baka mamaya magkamali. 8 to 5. 5 p.m. Mamaya, kalain nyo half day lang. 8. Yeah. Okay? Ba't ka ako mag-stop share? Yan. So, 8 to 5, ha? Lahat. Yan. Okay. So, you will have an orientation on what will be done during the research forum pa. So, hindi natin muna pag-usapan yung ngayon para hindi kayo ma-overwhelm. Ayan. So, evaluation, how are you going to be evaluated for research projects and presentations? So, your oral presentation will be 30% of your grade. Your poster presentation will be 10% of your grade. The final research paper is 50% of the grade. And peer evaluation will be 10% of your grade. So, pwede kayong bumawi sa peer evaluation dun sa mga tamad at yung mga hindi nagtatrabaho during sa research. Your peer evaluation will be composed of social and logistical preparations. So, tumutulong ba sila sa habang nagpe-prepare ng research, tsaka yung admin work sa research. Data collection is 20%, data analysis 20%, technical writing is 20%, and scientific forum presentation is So what are the things to do? So finalize the names of your faculty co-investigators, both TPCM and non-TPCM faculty staff, and discuss with them the current issues, if any, and or progress with your research projects. Okay? A lot of you have stated in your progress reports that hindi sumasagot yung inyong advisors. So we talked to some of those advisors and ang sagot naman nila sa amin, hindi naman daw kayo nakikipag-usap sa kanila. So hindi ko namin alam ngayon sino ba nagsasabi sa inyo ng totoo. Kayo ba na hindi sila sumasagot o sila na hindi naman kayo nakikipag-usap sa kanila. Okay? One of the issues that I have seen na naging problem kung bakit hindi kayo nagkakaintindihan ay if you are just using the email, especially the UERM email, in communicating with your content advisors. Why? Some of your content advisors, dahil hindi naman sila mga regular talaga na faculty dito, ay hindi nagbubukas ng UERM email. They have their own personal email and they're not opening their UERM email. So kung magko-contact lang kayo sa kanila through the UERM email, then definitely hindi nila kayo sasagutin kasi hindi naman sila nag-open on. Okay? So yung ibang content advisor, what they want is for you to go personally, face-to-face, dun sa clinic nila para makausap nyo sila ng maayos. O kaya dun sa department kung nandun sila sa loob ng department. Okay? So do not rely on the UERM email when contacting your content advisors kasi hindi sila nagbubukas nun. Okay? And if you have changes in your protocol, changes in your research, like binago nyo yung title ng research, the Ethics Review Committee is very, very particular regarding the title. Kasi pag nagbago kayo, tapos sinabit nyo later on yung research paper nyo, or naghingi kayo ng Ethics Review Committee na approval o notice, hindi nila kayo mabibigyan kung nagbago kayo ng research title kasi pag hinanap nila yon, hindi nila makikita yung bago yung research title na yon. Okay? So make sure that you submit amendments. If anything of any changes dun sa inyong research, please submit an amendment to your study protocol to the RAHS Ethics Review Committee. Okay? And these are 4 papers that until now, according to the ERC, wala pang ethics approval. Yung iba dito, mag-e-expire na. Okay, katulad nito, mag-e-expire na yung inyong application ng July 11. So, is the group of Micaela Casingal here? Anyone from the group ng Filipino Dentist na research?
Doc, we are here po.
Oh. So, nag-submit na ba kayo ng modification nyo? Hindi pa?
Nag-submit na po.
Kailan kayo nag-submit?
Nung 11,
Anong date? July?
July 11 po.
July 11 mismo.
Yes po.
Talagang hinabol nyo yung last day. Sige.
We
Kung papasok yon, kasi pag hindi yung pumasok, you have to submit a new application for a new research. Kasi pag na-archive yan, wala na yan. Hindi na kayo sasagutin yan. Why do you need 3 months to answer yung modification? Iba yung orientation ko sa inyo nung second year, for second sem, sabi ko sa inyo, you are allowed only 1 week to answer yung modifications. Bakit inabot kayo ng 3 months pag-answer?
we kept on waiting po kasi Doc sa response nung reply po.
Reply nino? Kayo ang mag-answer niyan dapat, di ba? Reply nino? Reply na ethics?
Ano po, yung parang response po, parang nabibigay kami ng edits po. And then, wait po, I'll ask po.
Response ng groupmates nyo? Ganun ba yun? Okay, itong next group, yung physical accessibility, healthcare utilization, and patient satisfaction. Patricia Daniel C. Reyes et al. Andito kayo? Kasi mag-expire na rin yung paper, yung application nyo ng July 16. Anyone from the group? Anyone from the group of Patricia Daniel Reyes et al? Wala kayo dito?
Hello po, Doc.
Yeah.
Sinisettle na po namin yung email today, yung modifications po.
Oh,
Mag-email na rin po kami today.
today, ano date pa ngayon? 15. Sige, last minute din kayo. So, ito pang dalawa, yung correlation, same. Masyado nang late kayo, ha? Kay ethics approval. Pag hindi kayo nakapag-apply ng budget, hindi niya mare-reimburse yung papers, yung gagastusin nyo sa research nyo. Tapos to yung human prep. Ayan. Bakit naman kayo May lang nag-submit ng inyong application for ethics? Ano nangyari sa inyo? Nag-start ang klase natin ng January. January, February, March, April, May. 5 months before kayo nakapag-submit ng application sa ethics. Why? What happened? Sophia Jean-Marie et al. Nandito ba kayo?
Yes po, Doc.
O, ano nangyari sa inyo? Bakit kayo nabot ng 5 months bago kayo makapag-submit sa ethics?
Because we had changes po with our research advisor to modify our population from children to high-risk groups.
Children pa rin naman nakalagay dito eh.
Yes, but instead of just children, to the entire high-risk group.
O, pero yung
So,
sinabit nyo sa ethics nung May, children ang sinabit nyo, hindi high risk. Kasi ito yung nakasabit ito yung nanggaling sa ethics to eh. So, yung sinabit nyo sa ethics, children, hindi high risk. So, hindi yun ang reason kung bakit kayo late nag-submit.
Hi Doc, if I may come in po. We got quite a few comments from the ethics committee for changes of our paper that were quite somewhat major. So with our advisor, we've been making those modifications over the summer po.
No. My question is, bakit kayo May na nag-submit ng sa ethics review? This is your first submission. First submission nyo is May. What did you do from January to May? Kasi di ba January nag-start ang second sem natin? And a lot of yung mga research, especially yung mga research under me, January, nag-submit na sila sa ethics. Bakit inabot kayo ng May bago kayo makapag-submit? Anyway, so just make sure that you will get your ethics approval, ha? Kasi baka ma-delay kayo. Baka hindi kayo makatapos ng research paper nyo. And pag hindi kayo nakatapos, hindi kayo magki-clerk kasi hindi kayo papasa ng research projects pag wala kayong research paper. Okay? Ayan. So follow up, yung sa mga napag-submit na, follow up the status of your research budget. So para malaman nyo kung approve or disapprove. For those na hindi pa nakakapag-submit ng research budget proposal, please submit your research budget proposal. Okay? As of now, as of today, 12 pa lang ang nagsasubmit ng research budget out of the 36 na research proposals. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, 2/3 sa inyo, hindi pa nagsasubmit ng research budget. So, understandable yung 4 kanina na hindi pa nagsasubmit kasi wala pa silang ethics approval. Pero how about the rest? Bakit hindi kayo nagsasubmit ng budget nyo? So tandaan nyo ha, pag hindi kayo nag-submit ng budget nyo at di yan na-approve, hindi kayo makakapag-reimburse nung gagastusin nyo. Sayang yung gagastusin yung money. Okay? And please remember, submission of your research paper para sa research forum will be on September 30, 2025. Meaning you only have ilan? 1.5 months, July, August, September. So 2 months, 2.5 months to have a final written research paper. So for your data collection, ang pinakamagandang output niyan dapat data collection nyo mag-end August 30, wala na kayo, tapos na dapat lahat ng data collection nyo. Kung September, nagde-data collection pa rin kayo, malaki ang possibility hindi nyo matatapos yung research paper nyo. Baka kayo mahirapan. Kaya hindi kayo makapag-present. Okay? So, meron na bang nakapag-start ng data collection? So, yung mga nakapag-start na ng data collection, can you raise your hands? Isa lang, dalawa, tatlo, apat. Apat pa lang nakapag-start data collection? 6. Tapos, iisang group pa yan. Sige. Hindi naman Esguerra, Galang. Hindi, isang group nga lang yun. Esguerra, Galang, magkapareho, magkalapit eh. So, please look at the time. Okay? Yung days na lang na natitira before the research forum and before the submission of your paper for the research forum. Okay? Kasi, kailangan nyo pa yang ipakita sa content and technical advisors nyo for revisions. Ang pinakamaganda niyan, dapat September 1, tapos na yung paper at ibinibigay nyo na sa research advisor nyo at saka sa content advisor for editing and revisions of the final research paper. Okay? Kaya lang, kung marami sa inyo hindi pa nagsisimula ng data collection, magiging malaking issue yan. Okay? Data collection should have been done during the summer. Yan. Okay? So, yon. So, to give you some good points naman para maging, kasi puro negative yung kanina natin, o para mayroon naman positive, para you will be encouraged to do your research. So I want to present to you the different research papers through the years na i-present locally and internationally and have given recognition sa UERM. Okay. So, 2014 ISCOMS, so sila yung mga nag-present. Ayan. Ayan. So, 2013 batch, 2013, 2015, hindi pala batch yan. School academic year, 2013-2015. So, yung Helmintic Fruit, first place sa PSECP Annual Convention, and finally sa oral presentation sa UERM Research Forum. Apple Ciders and Adjunct, randomized controlled trial. So these were the times na students are still allowed to conduct clinical trials. So finally, sa oral presentation sa RHS Research Forum. Association of Video Game Exposure to Aggression of Male Adolescent, poster presentation also sa RHS Research Forum. Prevalence of depression among elderly individuals in nursing home, finalist ng poster presentation sa Research Forum ng UERM. And correlation between level of religious commitment and academic performance, finalist also sa poster presentation sa UERM Research Forum. The UERM Research Forum is an annual event. This is the Fernando Sanchez Research Award. And pag nakapasok kayo dito, nanalo kayo sa Fernando Sanchez Research Award, you will have a cash prize. Hindi ko malala dati, parang $100 yata to dati, ang cash prize niya. So, the cash prize is being given by the Alumni Association. Okay. So, in cross-sectional study on biopsychosocial factors, also, finally, sa poster presentation sa Research Forum ng UERM, comparison of family functionality and quality of life of families in association to applied behavioral analysis, findings ng poster presentation sa ISCOM sa Netherlands. So, sila yung mga start ng mga lumalabas na at nagpupunta na sa ibang bansa. So, here are they when they presented sa ISCOMs sa Netherlands. And all the expenses before, all of the expenses talagang fully paid ng UERM. Okay? So if you're going to present internationally, UERM will shoulder the cost. Before, full cost for everything. Pero ngayon, nagbago ng policy ang UERM. Ang bagong policy na is if it's an oral presentation, full ang inyong expenses na ibibigay nila. Pero kung poster presentation, 50% lang na expenses ang ibibigay nila. Pero even if it's only 50%, malaking pera na rin yun. Kasi like example, yung e-sport, nasa 55,000 yung registration fee pa lang nila. Okay. Animal-assisted therapy and quality of life of elderly residents. So first place siya sa DPCM Research Forum for Students. Finally siya sa oral presentation sa Research Forum ng UERM. And first place sa PAFP Annual Convention at the PICC. Okay. And na-publish din yung paper nila sa PAFP Journal. So, eto yung sa PAFP Convention. Ayan, nanalo tayo ng first place. Dance and baby language efficacy in decreasing parenting stress level. So, second place siya sa DPCM Research Forum. Finally, sa oral presentation sa UERM Research Forum. And finally, sa poster presentation sa Netherlands. So, regular tayong nagpapadala sa Netherlands almost every year. Nakapag-send tayo sa Netherlands. So, ayan, sila, nag-represent sila sa Netherlands. Effectiveness of tea tree oil and benzoyl peroxide in the treatment of mild acne. So, third place sa DPCM Research Forum. And finally, sa PSECP Annual Convention. So, here they are during their presentation sa PSECP na Research Forum. Association of Repetitive Movements and Carpal Tunnel Syndrome among grocery workers in Cainta. So, second place siya sa PAFP Annual Convention. So, eto yung time na tayo ang nakakuha ng first and second place. Kung meron tayong ipinasok na pangatlo pa, malamang yung first to third nakuha ng UERM. Okay. So, that was the time na pag UERM yung kasali, ayaw nang sumali ng ibang schools. Yan. So, eto sila during the PAFP convention with Dr. Javier, advisor nila nun. Effect of Yacon syrup as adjunct to HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors on the lipid profile of patients with dyslipidemia. Second place sila sa DOST PCHRD National Science Technology Week. So, madalang tayong sumali sa PCHRD pero once na sumali tayo, lagi tayong nananalo doon. Okay. So, KAP on postpartum mothers with regards to breastfeeding, hygiene, and diet. So, accepted for poster presentation sa CHED Research Conference noong 2016. Okay. So, eto yung author neto, yung student na to is hindi to group, nag-iisa lang siya. She's a regular student. So, nung pumasok siya ng third year, wala siyang ka-groupmates. nung start ng semester, doon lang siya gumawa ng protocol, sinabit sa ethics, and then data collection. Tapos nanalo pa rin siya. Okay? Cucurma Lunga, turmeric as adjunct to antihypertensive drugs. Finally, sa PSECP Annual Convention noong 2016. So, eto sila during the PSECP Annual Convention. So, makikita nyo ang kasama nila dito, Pharma, Department of Pharma, kasi clinical pharmacology ito eh. So, all the paper ng PrefMed, pero sa pharma siya present. Basil as adjunct to antihypertensive drugs. So, first place ng DPCM Research Forum for Students, and finalists ng oral presentation sa Research Forum ng UERM. Biopsychosocial factors influencing quality of life. So, first place sa DPCM Research Forum, and finally sa oral presentation ng UERM. So, 2015-2017, study on earthquake preparedness. First place sa Research Forum for Students, and finally sa RHS Research Forum. And cross-sectional study comparing nutritional status of family functionality. So, first place, finally sila sa PFP Annual Convention. And so, here they are sa PFP Annual Convention. Si Dr. Chito ang advisor ng grupo na yan. Kaya nandiyan si Dr. Chito. Prevalence of refractive errors. So, second place sa APMC Annual Convention held at the Pamantasan Lungsod ng Maynila. So, second place tayo. Single-blind randomized control trial on effectiveness of Basil T as adjunct to antihypertensive drugs. First place sa APMC Annual Convention, and finally sa ISCOMS. Measuring the levels of knowledge and attitudes regarding advanced directives of family. So finally sa oral presentation ng PFP Annual Convention noong 2018. Effectiveness of neem seed oil. Third place sa PFP Annual Convention sa PICC noong March 2018. So eto rin, makita nyo, kinuha natin halos lahat nung place sa PFP Annual Convention. Sabi sa inyo, pag sasali tayo sa Annual Convention, lagi tayo ang nananalo. Group ka pa rin yata. So here they are, dun sa Annual Convention na nag-present sila. Ayan, sila sa Annual Convention. Hindi ko na nasamahan yung grupo ko. Si Dr. Javier ang sumama sa kanila. Effects of krill oil sa alleviation of pain. So finally, sa poster presentation sa Philippine Association of Academic Biochemists, and third place sa DOST PCHRD International Symposium. Effect of Filipino nursery rhyme on the comfort of infants. So finally sila sa poster presentation sa ISCOMS. Action video games versus non-action video games. Sino magsasabi na pati yan? Ginawa ng study, di ba? So, winner, poster presentation, geriatrics category sa ISCOMS. Ayan. So, si Noel Maris Paharon ang naging session winner for her presentation. So, here they are dun sa ISCOM in 2018. KFP of Mothers and Caregivers on Immunization in Selected District in Quezon City. So makita nyo, simpleng-simple lang yung study, KAP lang. Pero nagtay ng first and second place sa PFP Annual Convention. And nakapasok din sa oral presentation sa National Student Research Conference sa Puerto Princesa, Palawan. And finalist din sa annual oral presentation sa RHS Annual Research Forum. Risky behaviors associated with tattoos. So, ito yung katay nila. So, ang naglaban sa first and second place, parehong taga UERM. Okay? Kaya talagang kinatatakutan tayo sa PFP convention. Kasi pa na nandun tayo, sigurado na sa atin na yung lahat ng prize. Association between duration of handheld gadget use. Finally, sa oral presentation sa RHS Annual Research Forum. Correlation of sexual risk behavior and confidence in adapting safer sex. Oral presentation at National Student Research Conference. Laughter yoga in improving the quality of life. So second place siya sa poster presentation sa MMHRDC. So yung MMHRDC, madalang tayo dyan na sumali. Tsaka PCHRD, madalang tayong sumali. Pero once na sumali tayo, sure na nananalo tayo. Angelica Keske or Ashitaba, so poster presentation sa MMHRDC International Research Forum. Effectiveness of NutriPortion in improving KAP of mothers. So, nag-present din sa MMHRDC Research Forum. And also yung binaural beats. So, sa MMHRDC rin siya. So, etong association between family dynamics and length of screen time for preschool children in Quezon City. This was supposed to be presented sa ISCOM sa Groningen noong 2020 and they're already ready to present. Unfortunately, before sila makaalis, or fortunately, before sila makaalis, biglang nagkaroon ng COVID. So, yan. So, hindi sila natuloy sa Groningen. So, from 2020, biglang ang ating mga pagsali, hindi na sila na kakaalis papuntang Groningen. Pero sumasali pa rin tayo every year sa Groningen. KAP on biomedical waste. This is the oral session winner ng Public Health 2 and Anesthesiology and Surgery Joint Session sa ISCOM ng 2021. Ayan. And isa sa mga, yung study nila, isa sa mga most cited na studies. Kasi ang daming mga ibang mga researcher din from other medical schools and from residency training ang nag-adapt ng kanilang questionnaire na. Okay, so naging sikat na sikat tong study na to. And yung last na PFE convention last January. So may isang resident from Visayas. Kinapi-paste niya ng study na to. Sumali siya sa PFP convention last January. Kinapi-paste niya talaga tong buong study. So nung binabasa ko yung poster niya, sabi ko parang word for word ito yung paper namin. So yung paper ng mga students. Ayan. Buti na lang natalo siya. Ayan. Kasi nag-plagiarize siya. So, acupuncture therapy, mixed method study, finalist poster presentation sa ISCOMS and Fernando Sanchez awardee ng 2021. Factors associated with motivation to work among hospital workers, finally sa ISCOMS. So, noong 2021, hindi sila nakapunta. These are online presentation to mga to. Kasi nga, COVID pa niyan, pandemic pa. So, HIV knowledge on HIV PrEP. Finally, sa poster presentation sa ISCOMS and Fernando Sanchez awardee noong 2021. Hypertension is a prognostic factor in the prediction of mortality in patients with COVID-19. So, finally, sa oral presentation sa ESC Congress. And finally, sa oral presentation sa International Diabetes Foundation Congress noong 2021. Effectiveness of Kia salvia sa type 2 diabetes. So finally siya sa ISPOR Congress and finalist din siya sa IDF Congress. So, ayan. So, eto sila. Yung HIB prep, nung nag-present. Ayan. So, these are online presentations. Ayan. So, ayan sila habang nagpa-present ng online sa ISCOMS. There. And so, oral session winner before, yan, si Camille Aldeguer. So, this is our study on biomedical waste. So, siya yung nanalo na session winner. And so, she's an awardee. First place. So, maganda naman talaga yung study na yun. Grupo ko kasi yan. Yeah. So, COVID-19 vaccination sa Greater Manila area. So, eto yung mga latest na ng mga graduates natin. So, finally sa poster presentation sa ISCOM, finalist din sa poster presentation sa IMRC, and finally sa poster presentation sa MMHRDC. So, makikita nyo, yung mga latest natin, ang dami na nilang mga sinasalihan ng mga congress and conventions. And so, association between cultural health benefits, finally sa ISCOMS. Risk factors of PTSD and depression, anxiety in patients with previous COVID. So, presented sa ISCOMS 2022 sa Groningen. Oral presentation sa MMHRDC. And second runner-up sa International Medical Student Research Conference sa Bangkok, Thailand. Ayan. So, pwede nyo gawin ito mga to. Pwedeng marami kayong salihan ng mga convention and congress. And sasagutin siya ng UERM. Risk of developing type 2 diabetes among college students. So, Fernando Sanchez awardee. Medical students experience on online learning. Also, a Fernando Sanchez awardee. So, eto sila during the International Medical Student Congress sa Bangkok, Thailand. Ayan. So, nanalo siya ng 2,000 baht. Si Ira yata to, Aquino. Ayan. So, si Ira Aquino nga siya. Ayan. So, silver medal yung study nila. And ito yung presentation nila sa MMHRDC. Ayan. So, those are my groups pa rin. Association of Online Screen Media Exposure and Burnout among adolescent senior high school students. So, session winner sa psychiatry category sa ISCOMS. And finally, sa poster presentation sa Wonka sa Europe, Belgium. So, puro European tour ang ginawa na itong grupo na to. Correlation between patient-doctor relationship and medication adherence. Finally, sa 28, International Society of Cardiovascular Pharmacotherapy Annual Scientific Meeting sa Korea. Phenomenological study on experiences of medical professors transitioning to online teaching at saka yung analytical cross-sectional study on association between animal companionship and anxiety. Pareho silang Fernando Sanchez Research Awardee. And si Jomar J. Puka. Ayan. So, eto yung mga presentation niya sa Wonka to, saka sa ISCOMS. Ayan. So, halos magkasunod siya, kaya napondohan parehong trip niya, kasi parang 1 day difference lang between Wonka and ISCOMS sa Groningen. Ayan. So, this is yung ISCP. Ayan. And then this one, academic year 2023-2024. So, 2 years ago na batch. So, factor associated with preference for online learning. APMC poster presentation in June 2024. Association between prosthesis use to quality of life and physical functioning among adults. So, oral presentation sa Wonka no 2024, Raffles, Singapore, APMC, and Fernando Sanchez awardee. So makikita nyo yung mga latest ngayon, umahakot na talaga sila. Ayan. Association of Knowledge and Use of Contraception to Unplanned Pregnancy. So poster presentation sa WONCA. And association between KFP ng family caregivers regarding social transmitted helminthiasis. So oral presentation din siya sa WONCA. Ayan. So ito yung mga picture nila na nag-present sila sa WONCA. Oral presentation and poster presentation. Ayan. This one, socioeconomic disparities in hypertension medication, adherence Quezon City. So, Fernando Sanchez Research Awardee and oral presentation sa esports sa Barcelona, Spain. So, eto siya sa Barcelona ba yun? Barcelo. Barcelo lang pala siya. Barcelo, Spain. So, si Ina Muling Bayan. So, that's my group. Assessing COVID vaccination sa GDAS. So, they presented sa APMC Student Congress this year, 2025. Ayan. Nagkagulo pa dyan sa APMC Student Congress this year kasi ginawa na siyang money-making ng APMC. Ang dami nagreklamo sa kanila sa APMC that time. Form to loneliness among older adults. So, PAP Convention 2025 Policy Pitch. And this is one of yung mga Pride ko rin this year. So, ito yung batch this year. This year na batch to. Hindi, last year, 2024-2025. So, this is Christine. So, prevalence of diffuse parenchymal lung disease patterns on chest X-ray and reported respiratory symptoms among salon hairdressers in National Capital Region. So, na-publish na yung paper na to. So, hindi ko pa dapat ito papapublish kay Christine kasi nga, ang hirap sumali sa mga convention pag publish na yung paper mo. Usually, hindi sila pumapayag na sumali ka sa convention kasi nakapublish na yung paper. Pero since ang ganda-ganda talaga ng study niya, so pinilit siya ni Dr. Aniles na mai-publish na yung paper niya sa journal natin sa RHS. So nakapublish na siya. And she's also a single author. Okay? Hindi siya group. So wala siyang group nung pumasok siya. Nag-leave siya for 1 year. So nung pumasok siya last year, nag-iisa lang siya. So, tinulungan ko siya with her study. And right now, tingnan niyo naman kung saan siya dinala ng study na yan. Even if nag-iisa siya at hindi siya group, naging maganda pa rin yung result ng study niya. So, kuna siyang ISPOR, Conference Barcelona, Spain, Global Public Health Conference, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, ISPOR Real World Summit sa Tokyo, Japan, WONCA World Conference sa Lisbon, Portugal. Etong dalawa, pupuntahan pa lang niya and kinukuhanan pa lang namin ng budget para makapunta siya rito. And then sa PFE Convention Policy Pitch in 2025, third place winner siya sa Policy Pitch. Okay. So, kahit na irregular kayo at hindi kayo kasama sa grupo, nag-iisa lang kayo, pwede pa rin maging maganda yung paper nyo. And through the years, I already had 3 students na nag-iisa na naging winner in a lot of conference. Dalawa is Christine yung pangalan, yung isa yung sa KAP ng breastfeeding. Ayan. So, kailangan lang talaga pagtrabahuhan nyo at pagandahin nyo yung research paper nyo. And you will go lots of places, okay, and funded by UERM. So, eto sila during the policy pitch. So, sino ba si Christine? Ito sa Christine. Ayan. Ito yung isa pa. And also, after nung presentation nyo, after nung final paper, you should also strive to be published sa Health Science Journal. Okay? So a lot of our student papers are being published in sa Health Science Journal. This is our own journal sa UERM. Okay? So this is the repository of student researches. Pero not all the researches are published sa Health Science Journal din. Okay? You have to work hard. May peer review din yan para ma-publish yung paper nyo. Okay? So all of my student groups publish yung paper nila either sa Health Science Journal or to other local or international journals. Okay. So isa yan sa mga nire-require ko sa mga groups under me. Kailangan ma-publish yung paper nyo. And not only dun sa paper natin, so a lot of our students, kasi nga nananalo sila sa PFP convention. So their research are also published dun sa PFP journal. So the Filipino Family Physician. So yan, animal-assisted therapy, repetitive movements. So both of these are researches done by UERM medical students. Okay? And not only local papers, makikita nyo, international papers, international publications, nakakapasok din ng medical students. So, this will be a good boost for you, lalo na pag magre-residency training na kayo, pwede nyo ilagay sa resume nyo, sa CV nyo, when you apply for residency, that your paper was published in an international journal. So, eto si Carmela Pagdaganan. So, hypertension as prognostic factor in the prediction of mortality, published in the European Heart Journal. Also, kami pa rin yan, yung same study na published din sa Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice. Effectiveness of Kia salvia as an adjuvant therapy for type 2 diabetes nila Cristina Gapute, published in Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice Journal. Ayan. So, I hope those achievements, those presentations, and those awards garnered by our medical students have gave you enough influence, courage, and to strive and make your research a good research, worthy of publication and worthy of being given awards in international and local forums. Okay? With that, do you have any questions? Any questions, guys? Na-inspire ba kayo dun sa mga presentations at sa mga trips abroad ng mga students natin? Nandiyan pa ba kayo, guys? Ayan.
Sir,
So,
pwedeng mag-reminder lang.
Yes po, go, reminder.
Sorry. For those groups who are submitting amendments or resubmissions to ERC, kindly avoid altering the original forms. So yung mga header, yung mga page footer, wag nyo na pong baguhin kasi isusoli po yan ng ERC if you change it. And kindly submit it in Word format. Do not change it to PDF. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay. Kasi hindi kami makakapag-comment pag PDF. Kailangan naka-Word format. Tsaka kasi nakalagay naman yun dun sa form na submit as is. Yung header do cookie, kaya siya nababago kasi, yung format kasi yung format na noon, kasi tagal ko nang ginawa yun, parang 2014 yata na Word pa yun eh. So pag sinave mo siya ngayon, na-change talaga yung format. Pag sinave siya sa WordX, DocX na format. Kaya siguro
Ay, yun sir, oo. Yun sir, okay lang. Kahit, kunyari, Kasi pag sinisave mo yun, actually yung image sa likod napupunta sa harap, nawawala yung text.
Oo.
So pag ganun yung nangyari, wag nyo nang palitan, wag nyo nang galawin, hayaan nyo na lang siya. Basta importante is the fields below it. Do not change anything. Meron kasing nagbago ng page footer where
No.
the version of the forms is. So wag nyo na pong galawin yon. Thank you.
Oh, kasi mahirapan kami sa sa accreditation. So again, any questions, any problems with your research? Please, 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 even the faculty advisors are complaining na hindi raw kayo nagpapakita sa kanila, na hindi raw kayo nag-coordinate, hindi kayo humingi na advice sa mga faculty advisors nyo. Sa technical sa amin, yung faculty mismo ng PrefMed. Okay? So yung advisor nyo sa PrefMed nagko-complain na hindi kayo nagpapakita sa kanila. Please, follow up kayo sa inyong mga advisors. Kanina magka-follow up ng budget? Kay Miss Pau, yung secretary namin. Okay, yung budget for follow up. Pero wala pa, as of now, wala pang na-approve na budget. So, ayan. So, wag muna kayo mag-follow up ngayon kasi wala kayong follow up. Wala pang na-approve. So, siguro mga 2 weeks from now, tsaka kayo mag-follow up. Deadline ng budget, kailan deadline natin budget? 28. 28 ang deadline ng budget. Okay? So, after July 28, hindi na kami tatanggap ng budget request. Okay? Huwag nyo naman paabutin ng July 28 at saka kayo magsasubmit ng application for budget, ha? Huwag nyo pahirapan yung secretary namin kasi isa-isahin pa niya yun. Kung tama ba o mali yung ginawa nyo. So, pag mali yung ginawa nyo, babalik namin sa inyo, lalagpas na kayo sa deadline. Okay? So, dapat yung July 28, yun na yung final na nawala ng revisions na kailangan gawin doon sa sinubmit yung budget. Okay? Any more questions, guys? Should we be worried na hindi kayo makakatapos? Kaya bang tapusin yung mga research paper nyo? Kasi namumroblema talaga ako sa batch nyo. Kasi through the years, pag start ng first sem, yung start ng opening of classes, about 20 to 30% of the groups already finished with data collection. Nag-aano na sila, nagde-data analysis na sila. Okay. So, konti na lang yung nagde-data collection pa. Pero everyone, all groups have started data collection. And in 2 weeks time, so pagdating ng mga July 1 before, nung June pa yung study, yung klase, or August, nung maging August yung klase, September 1, nung maging July yung klase, August, tapos na lahat ng data collections. Ang hindi na rin nakakatapos ng data collection yung mga irregular students. Kasi nagpapa-approve pa lang sila sa ethics by that time. Kaya hindi kami natatakot dun sa mga previous batches kasi alam namin matatapos nila yung research nila. Pero sa inyo, kinakabahan ako. Ano guys, kaya nyo tapusin yung research? Pero wala kayong choice. Kailangan nyo tapusin. Otherwise, hindi kayo makakapag-clerk. Early din po kasi nag-start yung school year this year. So, same lang din, July 15. Last year naman, July 15 din nag-start ang school year. By the way, if there are any irregulars, yung mga nag-LOA before, na walang grupo, please contact me. Okay? Kasi nagulat ako, walang nagpaparamdam sa akin eh. Dati-rate, before pa mag-start ang klase, may nagpaparamdam na wala siyang group. Okay? So if you have no group mates, you're irregular or nag-LOA before, please contact me Kasi para pag-usapan natin anong research paper ang gagawin mo. Kasi hindi ka na pwedeng sumali sa mga established groups kasi nakapag-start na sila. So, yung mga irregulars and LOAs, before, gagawa kayo ng bagong study. Okay, so please contact me kung irregular or LOA ka before. So, no more questions? Okay na kayo? Sige. Yung mga faculty na nandito, meron ba kayong gustong pasabi sa research group nyo? Do you have any announcements? Any announcements from the faculty? Wala.
Wala naman po, sir. We have Viber GCs naman. They can reach me anytime. Thank
Sige.
you.
Okay, so kung wala ng questions, then thank you very much for listening. And again, good luck on your research papers and on your research presentation sa research forum natin. So bye guys!